Hello and welcome back to another how-to video in the how-to series, where I explain you how to improve your game. This time we have how to master the exploration age. First, I will show you two clips that I have prepared for you, and you tell me what is right and what is wrong. This is the first clip, and let me fast forward. Because this is the entire Age 1 line. This player is doing a great job at scouting. Pick up a treasure. Putting villagers on food and wood. Stacking an Age 1 shipment. Sending the two Statarians very late. Stacking a lot of wood. And that's a lot of walking time. Okay. As I see, he is not stacking the shipment and sending it immediately. And he also got it earlier than the other plan. Picking up, switching all the wheels to food and wood, and beginning to hurt in the other hands. So, now that you have two examples, we can show you, I can show you, and you might also know what may went wrong on the first recording. So, first thing that went wrong was the hurting aspect. Every time you shoot a hurt, it runs where you shoot him.
Verstanden. Ja.
Like it runs away from your shot. So this player shot in
Wird gemacht.
the northeast, so the hunt
Bereit.
ran to the northeast, right? And the next thing you're gonna see is the macro. What is macro? What is micro? Macro is the resource distribution on your food, on your wood, on your coin. Have you good macro? You are not stacking a lot of resources. If you have a bad macro, you will have a lot of stacked resources and unspent resources. And the next thing is the villager seconds. What do I mean by that is,
Ja.
you see the villagers gather here. 1 wood per second, 1.72 per second. And each second a villager is walking. It is essentially not working at all. Since, you know when villagers sitting idle, and it's cutting here to idle villagers? When a villager's walking, it's essentially the same thing, but it just doesn't show up as idols. As it doesn't gather compared to the other villagers. And the next thing that went wrong was the treasuring. But you already know how to treasure, right? Since I explained it already. The next thing is the shipment. He's not spending the shipment correctly. So let's just get into the game and try to optimize it. So that you will have it at best as the second recording that I showed you the last time. And pause. So, first you want to have a look around your TC. Since your explorer has a crack shot already ready, so you have the option to either go for this free treasure or for the 40 food. If you know the opening, that's another thing. You have to know the opening with your civilization. For example, the standard opening for Germany is that you want to sell your coin. You want to gather 125 coin that you can sell to wood. And that way you can, and you know, you want to gather more so you can research the steel chest first.
Auftrag?
With that in mind, would you pick either the 50 coin or the 40 food? I personally would pick the 50 coin, since it would speed up your market time and you wouldn't have to chop as much coin. Make sense?
Aufgabe richtig.
Let's play this through.
Verstanden.
And another thing that is really important,
Ja. Jäger. Jäger.
it's better shown
Aufgabe. Hallo.
when
Jäger.
the hunts are more gathered around the TC.
Verstanden.
So yeah, 150 coin. So I don't have to gather anything
Ja.
in order to buy my first batch of wood.
Händler.
So once the market is done, I can immediately buy 100 wood, like that. And
Hallo.
the rest goes on coin to
Aufgabe.
speed up
Jägerin.
the research time from hunting dogs. And then you switch all the builders from coin to wood. So this is like a good example now.
Sammlerin. Verstanden. Jägerin. Jägerin. Wird gemacht.
Let's shoot this, so we have a good example.
Ja. Jägerin. Richtig. Jägerin.
So we have both villagers,
Hallo? Ja.
right?
Bereit. Ja.
Villager 2
Hallo.
and Villager 1.
Ja. Ja.
They both have the same walking time, right?
Ja. Hallo? Bereit. Ja.
I'm gonna click them both there at the same time. And guess who's gonna get there first?
Ja.
The villager we garrisoned.
Hallo?
And this is even more the case if
Bereit.
the hunts are directly under the TC.
Jägerin.
Let's shoot this
Ja.
right now. So imagine you have
Wird gemacht.
your hunts over here. And you want to go to this herd.
Jägerin.
This villager is gonna go away all around. Meanwhile, this villager goes inside and bam. Wait, goes inside and
Aufgabe.
it's there. How do you do that? Simply you garrison,
Wird gemacht.
gonna send the ready point with right click where you want to eject him. And you click on the eject all garrison units,
Ja.
which you know ejects the garrison units. And better it is that you have your hotkey set up. I personally like to have a hotkey for my explorer,
Ja.
for idle villagers,
Hallo. Richtig.
you know,
Aufbereit.
Auftrag.
and idle military.
Hallo. Ja.
Auftrag. Bereit.
And you can also control group them from 1 to 9 and 0 deletes them again.
Ja.
I like to have my, you know, explore on one. And it's also nice to have your town center hotkey already in setup.
Auftrag bereit.
Okay.
Richtig.
Now that we have dealt with the garrison trick,
Ja.
let's get onto herding. Let's restart this real quick. So for herding, there are two tricks. You have 12 seconds time,
Bereit.
I believe,
Ja. Hallo? Aufgabe? Ja.
right?
Jäger.
Yeah, you have 12 seconds time to shoot your first hunt so it doesn't run away.
Auftrag wird erledigt.
If I would have shot it in the 13th second, it would have ran in the wrong direction.
Jäger. Aufgabe verstanden.
And the hunt resets
Ja.
every 12 seconds. If you want to be completely safe, you can wait 13 seconds. So I'm gonna shoot it at 41. Then I'm gonna wait 13 seconds to
Richtig.
54. 51. 30. And
Jäger.
there, it runs again. If you shoot it again, the hunt won't run.
Verstanden.
So if you want to herd them again to a town center, you have to wait
Jäger. Aufgabe? Ja.
until they are able to run again. But if you don't herd them to a town center, they're programmed that way that they run away from your town center. That's why you had in one clip the hunt directly on a town center, and on the other clip you had your herds way to the right, which comes back then again to the idle time.
Hallo?
If your hunt is directly under the town center, you will not have any idle time. Means you optimize your villagers, your idle time. Since the less they walk, the more they gather, the faster you age.
Richtig.
And the faster you age, the faster you get access to powerful H2 shipments. And so on and so forth. Right?
Bereit.
And there's also another trick that you can do.
Bereit.
Okay.
Richtig. Wird ja. Richtig. Ja.
Since they have a shooting animation, right?
Drin.
They reload and then they gather.
Bereit. Aufgabe.
Bereit. Jäger.
But you can, similar to the herding, to the treasuring, you can cancel the attack animation.
Jäger. Holzfäller. Jäger.
Let's think they gather here
Bereit. Jäger.
and see how long it takes for them to gather. A long time. You can optimize this by shooting,
Jäger.
giving a move command, and immediately
Ja.
give for attack, give a move command, and then click
Jäger.
again on the deer that you just killed.
Ja.
And one thing that's also helpful, if you have, for example, a situation where a deer runs out and there are no dead animals nearby,
Ja.
that you can use the shift click.
Aufgabe.
So-
Jäger.
What they usually do is they would shoot the next deer that is close to them.
Ja.
But if you
Jäger.
use the shift click, you can, you know. But if you use the shift click,
Jäger. Ja.
if the deer is like close to running out,
Hallo? Jäger. Wird gemacht.
you don't have to pay attention for the next few minutes, since you know that the elk is going to run to your TC and not away from it. Next, we come to the scouting.
Erledigt. Richtig.
Scouting is always important, and it comes more natural if you know the maps. If you play more and more, you
Wird erledigt.
will know where the more valuable treasures are and where they are not. On Yukon, for example, there are a lot of very strong treasures on the left side. And not so strong treasures on the right side. As you see here, 40 coin, 50 wood. The one's strong, but it's more to the left side than the right. 40 XP, 50 wood, Compared to the left side where you have 150 coin, 130 XP, 110 coin, 75 wood, 135 coin. That you all can safely do with the Explorer. Like the difference between getting a 90 food treasure and a 40 food is immense. As it sometimes enables you to age a villager earlier, which is a difference between 25 seconds. And aging up 25 seconds earlier to your opponent is huge, since it almost cuts the shipment time in half. Since the shipment, it takes 45 seconds to arrive. Those are all those little tips that help you to improve and age up earlier. And in terms of what window you should age up, the usual time window depends on each nation, since each and single civilization has different openings and different villagers where they want to age with. For example, Germany wants to age up with 17 villagers. Once you know that they're gonna age around 3 minutes, 3:10, 3:07. Dutch, for example, age a little faster as they go up for 15 villagers, which is around 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Aztec has a very fast age up since they have the messenger. But this you're gonna learn later on. The openings are too complex since I don't want you to watch a 2-hour video to, know each and single opening. I will do the openings on separate videos. How to do an Aztec opening, how to do the British opening, as a new patch is also right around the corner, I do believe. At least the July patch. And in terms of sources for, the openings that you wanna try out, I will leave some sources down in the video description below. And yeah, that's all that I have to teach you in the H1. At least the very basic ones. Herding, your macro, know your opening, the treasuring that we have discovered before, scouting, to diminish your idle time by herding, use your hotkeys to minimize your mouse movements, quote unquote, cancel the animation from the villagers so they don't stand and reloading there for 5 seconds. And yeah. And with the openings, you will see what treasure you should focus on. Yeah. That's it what I have all for you today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I taught you something new. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.